Johnette from Virginia.
Hey, welcome, welcome. So I would like to get started. My name is Phyllis Nash. I am your Chief Sales Officer here at Wakana, one of the four co-founders. Excited to be here back from Jamaica. And so being back from Jamaica, and this is going to apply for everybody. I know that the people from it that went to Jamaica were meeting on a daily basis many prospects just in them, as I always say, living their life. They were actually meeting prospects, people that might be interested in their products or businesses. And I always say it's the system, it should always still be applied. You get to know somebody, you share what you're doing there. You even let them know, hey, I'm on a company pay, all expense paid trip. How have you been able to do that with your company? Just having conversation, getting to know them a little bit. And suggestion would be always, my first suggestion would be to share the videos. Maybe not get into what we do totally 100%. Maybe introduce them to some other people that are on the trip, also letting them know, wow, these people really are doing it big. This company is doing something I've never experienced before. And not just beating them over the head with what the products do, what the company does, just kind of sharing the lifestyle. And again, getting follow-up information so that you can come back and follow up with different exposures. And even if you weren't on the trip, you can still use these same ways to follow up with people. Because if you've heard me say over and over and over again that you need to follow up, it takes the average person at least 6 to 7 exposures before they're ready to make a decision. And those 3 videos would be an exposure, or 4 videos would be an exposure, introducing them to the group or the team that also participated in the all expense paid vacation. That's another exposure. If you weren't on the trip, exposing them in a 3-way with your upline is another exposure. And so, on the people for the people on the trip, they wanted to definitely exchange information, get them right then and there on their Facebook group page. Just add them to the page, let them know, hey, we want to continue to network. So I'd love to be able to add you to my Facebook group page, Wakana for Life and Flat Belly Lifestyle, another exposure. And oh, by the way, can I have your information, your name and phone number, so that I can send you some videos for you to take a look at, at later, not now, later, so we can follow up, another exposure. So guys, you want to set up with them, hey, I know you're on vacation right now, or I know you're shopping in the grocery store right now and we really can't talk, but I would like to send you that information so that you can set up the exposure. What time is good to contact you when you get back home? Are days or evenings better? Get the right time so that you are able to follow up, because multiple exposures is how you're going to close people. So it takes several, I mean, like I said, at least 7 exposures, but we have those exposures already set up for you in the form of videos, in the form of webinars, in the form of Zooms. They have definitely something to keep them exposed. If you happen to be in the same city or the same vicinity, you can have scam parties, you can have your lunch parties. Again, the sooner you are sharing exposures with the people within the 2-week time frame you want to give yourself, and for them to make an exposure, because guess what? People get busy, all kinds of things happen. They get distracted. They might like what you showed them before, what you talked about, but you need to continuously ask them, what they like best after each and every exposure, so that you can overcome any objections that they might have. And so that lets them become a customer or a distributor. You don't know what, you don't care what, you just want them to be where they're going to best fit in. Everybody's not going to be a distributor, and some people just want to be customers. But again, and the closer you condense those exposures, the better it'll be. Another great exposure that we have coming up is our Freedom Conference next month. So just to top it all off, just think if someone was at the experience or you met someone new for the first time. It doesn't even have to be in Jamaica. I just know those people met a whole lot of people, and you're going to be dealing with the people in the United States, not abroad, not other places, but there were enough people vacationing there from the United States. So what are you going to do? You're going to shoot them the 3 videos or 4 videos, whether you did it while you're there or not. For those of you all that didn't go on the Jamaica trip, the same principles apply. You're going to get them on a overview, a business overview, whether it be Dr. Rita's, whether it's one, you kind of can tell whether people are more interested in the business or as customers. So if that's the case, you want to definitely get them to the overview that shares everything on Monday nights or on Wednesday nights so that they can get a little of the comp plan. You definitely want to follow back up with them once the webinar is over, finding out what it is they like best. Even asking the question after 2 or 3 exposures. Since you like everything, Cherie, what is keeping you from going on and getting started? Ask the question, because then they might tell you something that will give you more ammunition or more information to overcome their objections, or either to put them on, another time level where you're going to get back to them, or even overcome them. And so if you can get that objection out of the way, so if I could show you a way to get started and get your business launched right now, and you're not at $9.98, but you're coming in at half price at that 50% down, would you get started this evening? Maybe that $9.98 isn't what they need to be, but maybe that $500 at that 50% down would be more acceptable to them. And if that's not, well, what is comfortable? Because we have that $219 package, which is our stimulus and our millennial. Although you won't get as much product, you will get started in your business, and I can show you how to do it. So again, guys, you're following up. You're not giving up, because if you already know going in that the first time you expose someone to it, they're not ready to make a decision. It's that 6th to 7th exposure that's going to get somebody started with you. So don't get discouraged. Know going ahead of time what it's going to take and how you're going to be able to do it. This time of year is a great time to meet so many different people in so many different walks of life. And, go after the people that can make a fast decision. I always say that the most successful people are the ones that are going to give you the decision fastest. And if they decide to get involved in the business, they're going to be the ones that really kick it off. And again, always remember, there is a system in place. People that are going to get started with you or want to be a distributor or the customer is looking at what you do and saying to themselves, do I really want to do this? So if you're just sharing videos, if you're just setting up a time that works for them to take a look at the business a little more in depth, to get some information. If you're the person that can say, hey, after looking at this, I would love for you to speak to my upline or my business partner that's been in this business a little longer than I and has a lot more success. And I want you to, get your questions answered. So can I set that up? When people see how seamless it is when you do it that way, then they can say, oh, I can do that. I have a list of friends and family and associates that I know that this product or this business might be worth it to them. I'm not badgering anybody. I'm just sharing information. So whatever way you present to somebody, remember, they're going to say, is that what I have to do? And if they think that the way you presented to them was too much information all at once, or was like you were on overload talking about product and business and what the product can do and the belly products, and then we have, if they think all of that, if that's how they get the information, they might say, this is too much that I have to learn. But if they see that all they have to do is pass out some videos, follow up, get their upline to do a 3-way, direct somebody to a webinar. After they're over, follow up, find out what they like best. How would they like to get started as a customer, a distributor, or whatever, they're giving a party for somebody. When they see those steps are there and they can seamlessly go through them, then they're going to make a decision. And guess what? When they start the business, that's how they're going to do to attract people into their business, the same way you attracted them to your business. So again, all of those people that were met on the vacation, or whether you were at home, like Dr. Pat said, she was here. I bet she met a ton of people, and she can do the same exact thing as those people did that were in Jamaica. Again, this is a seamless, duplicatable business with a system in place in order to make it. You're going to have extra things now and then, but if you follow the basic system and the basic follow-up, making this look so simple that people say, hey, I definitely want to be a part of this. If all I have to do is what they just shared with me or what they did with me, and I can get on a all expense paid trip to Jamaica, well, guess what? I am all in, and I would love that experience. So remember, guys, simple and easy and calm and being excited about your business. You can be excited, but be excited about the lifestyle that you are trying to acquire. Letting them know, and hey, next year on our anniversary, we can get an all expense paid to Jamaica. Now here, I love to travel, have been all over the world, but guess what? Nothing beats traveling when somebody else is paying for it. And that appeals to most people I know. And one of our leaders even said to me that, you know what, travel was never big on my list of things to do. But after this trip right here, oh my goodness, he is eager to make traveling one of his dreams and one of his whys. I know it's one of my big whys, because this is a huge world with so many things to see. And why should we deny ourselves of it? So guys, that is my message for you this morning. I hope everybody goes out and has a Wakana kind of day. Tonight is 7 p.m. with the Doctor's Edition, 8 p.m. with an overview. How impressed would those prospects be to know we got doctors, health professionals that are diligently building this business and recommending our products? Just lead them to the person that can close them. The tools that you have is what you use in your business. And guess what? Everybody can pass out 4 videos, follow up, send them to webinars, follow up, get your sponsor to do a 3-way. Everybody can do that. And guess what happens? When that happens, when everybody is following the system and you're showing people how simple this can be to get in, and I don't care how many you do a day. If you're serious, you're going to take the recommendations of the 10 a day. If you want, I'm not saying you're not serious if you don't want 10. So let me change that. If you want to walk away from whatever you're doing now within the next 3 to 5 years, 10 people doing it a day will definitely get you there. You're talking about 6 figures or more. You can do it in less time. But I'm saying, if you could do it in 5 years, the average person, would you go for it? Because you might just be on your job. You might be in your 40s, your 45s. I don't care when it is, 55. Hey, when 60 comes, you can walk away because you're earning 6 figures or more with the company. And you know what? You can make that 6 figures a month, because in this industry, it can happen. So with that being said, make sure you go out there, use your system, Get people attracted to your business, and you teach your system to the people that are coming in. And the best way you teach them is when you introduce them, because they're going to say, wow, when you start teaching the system, that's just how they got me involved in this business. So it does work. So it makes it easier to create duplication. And duplication creates independence. And independence creates multiple hundreds of thousands of dollars coming into your organization and your team making money as you do. So with that being said, go out and have a Wakanda kind of day. Glad you guys joined us this morning. Be back tomorrow morning for Coach Dan, dropping those nuggets as always. Bye now.